Hello people, Grey Pan here again, back for another week of the vlog, and I am 4 kilometers into my first one of the week and the traffic's only just stopped. So yes, hopefully getting enjoying a nice easy one, and that is going exactly the plan at the minute. I keep having to slow my pace down because I keep speeding up, because I've tried to record this intro 4 times and each time all of the traffic in the road decides to pass. So take 4, smashed it. That's 4 kilometers, only another 2.5 to go. I shall see you at the end of that. So here I am about to do my speed work, and a little bit of a confusion. I was going to do a little bit of analysis of my easy run yesterday. 6.6k, nice and easy. Kept it nice, kept it easy, kept it at a decent consistent pace. Problem, about 5k in, my stomach was like, oh, you're not in a good mood. And I genuinely finished thinking I'm gonna have an accident. Now luckily, the route that I did, where I finished, was literally over the road from where I live. So I managed to get home before having an accident. So yeah, that was that run. So yes, welcome to the warm-up section of my speed work. Today is the threshold section, and it is 800 by 200 again. But this time, I've added another set onto it. So instead of doing 500, 800 by 200, or 5k 800 by 200, sorry, I'm doing 6k 800 by 200. See how this goes, shall we? Way down, halfway through. Next one, 150 meters. And not gonna lie, not looked at my watch once really. So I'm not dreading however many kilometers I've got left or whatever it is. And even though I have decided to do this one a lot later than I usually would, because it's been quite warm over the weekend and into the start of the week, it's still quite warm now. So yeah, I'm glad I decided to do this at 7 o'clock instead of 12, which was my original plan. But you know, I get this last rest in, do next set, and I might talk to you in the next set. But I am halfway through. I don't know why I said last. Threshold never gets easier. Do I think I have enough room for 3 more? Hell yeah. I'm starting to believe I can do more than I thought. The belief is growing, even after my awful one last week. Right, let's go. One more to go. Oh God, it's warm. Although not as sweaty as I thought I would be. Right. One more. 800 meters. That's all I need to do. A nice controlled pace. Threshold sets. 800 by 200. Done. That's how I work. But then again, it is threshold running. It's not meant to be easy. Get the sweat out of my eyes. So how's your Wednesday going? Mine's sore. Oh, that's so warm. can't believe, genuinely after the first 2 sets, didn't think I was going to get through it. But then somehow pulled it together. Just goes to show, you can always do more than you think. You should always need a bit more confidence in your own ability. This. And honestly, I genuinely don't know what I was thinking about then. Usually I'm thinking, oh, how long's left in this one? And I'll have a cheeky look and I haven't got as far as I thought. And then it makes me down a bit. But this time, I don't think I actually looked at where it was in my sets until the last one. And I remember looking at the watch and seeing I had 250 meters left. And I was like, right, let's go. Let's get this done. Nice hard work. Nice hard work. That makes 0 sense. Legs are sore. Legs are feeling it. But hopefully they won't be feeling it tomorrow when I do a nice easy recovery one. And if I hurt in the middle of that, I want to stop. I'm not going to make the same mistake I did last week, because I don't want to have to potentially cut my training because I've injured myself by being an idiot. Tell you what I was thinking about during that actually. Motivation. How do people keep the motivation to do hard things like this? Because this is, every time I've started running, I get to like the same level-ish where I'm doing about 10k. And then I'm like, right, I'm good. And then I just stop dead for months on end. And then I obviously lose all my fitness. And when I start again, I can't run a K again. So what's different this time? I genuinely don't know. I think it's because I have a plan and I'm sticking to the plan, and I have a recovery plan after hard runs, and that's helping me feel less shit. And I understand what an easy one is, which means not every single run I'm killing myself. I'm running my legs into the ground, quite literally. And then there's the motivation of, on average, globally, 10 to 15% of people can run a 5k. Like if they did a 5k event, they would cross the line. 10k is about 6%. And then a half marathon is 1 to 2%. 1 to 2% of people on the planet can finish a half marathon. And that's what I'm training to do. I have done it 4 previous times, albeit slowly. Although I'm pretty sure my fastest time is around the average time for a half marathon. So yeah, I'm at the stage where I'm doing 10Ks fairly easily, which puts me in top 6% of the population of the planet for runners. But then you look at an average time for a 10k and I'm far below that, because it's only run registered of people that have actually run the 10k and the times that have been registered. So as much as I am in the top 6% of the planet for being able to, for my physical fitness for running, I'm averaging I'm below average in the percentage that can do that. And my motivation is to get average, then smash through average, become an average runner, elite human being. I like that. It's my new motto. Long run day. And as you can see, I am not running. I'm decked out, but I'm not running. Because I did about 2.5k, and then I felt this weird, like, not pain, but this weird feeling down my back. And I was like, okay, just slow it down, keep an eye on it, see how we go. So then I did another 200, 250 meters, something like that. And it's progressed to if I twist this way, I'm fine. If I twist this way, oh, I'm not fine. So it's like a weird numbing shooting pain down the right side of my back. And I am not risking it. Oh, it hurts. So, decided to call it 12k short of my distance. But it's better to be safe than do another 12 kilometers and do some potentially permanent damage to myself. Honestly, it could just be a random pain, but it was totally fine yesterday when I did my 5k. So instead of doing what I would normally do, which is obviously let you know when I get to like a quarter of the way, halfway, the end, or when I'm just dying between 3/4 and the end, I'm just going to recap this week because I feel like the footage I shoot midweek is fine. And then obviously if I do a park on Saturday, I record that for a separate video. And then there's a bulk of footage from long run that I use. But that can't happen today. Just going down that hill was painful. So anyway, so yeah, the bulk of the footage that I would shoot and use for the week, I don't have because my long run's been cut short. My long run was in fact only half of a normal run. But you know, we're gonna rest up, we're gonna get through this. Luckily next week is my deload week, which means less mileage. And I might tweak the plan a bit, so it's a little bit easier on my body. Because last week, I don't think I was injured, but I think mentally I was spent. That's why that Thursday run sucked so much. And then this week, obviously, Thursday run sucked. But I thought about it as I got through it, was disciplined. I ran at the correct pace. Oh. And today I'm injured. Hopefully it's just a minor injury, just a minor like sprain or something. Nothing too serious. So I want to do what I thought was a good idea anyway. And I'm going to just do it walking instead of running while I walk the 2.5k back to the car. Tuesday was a cheeky little 5k. First one of the week. Always feels good. Wednesday. Thursday, I did another 5k, a nice easy 5k this time. Not all my legs hurt, I want to get it over and done with 5k, which is where I think I went wrong last week. I think I lost the battle mentally and just gave into the get it over and done with mentality, as opposed to the take it easy, take those extra 3 or 4 minutes, just take it easy. And genuinely I felt a lot more positive after that run. Then Saturday did a cheeky little 5k just around home. I was at work in the morning, so I didn't get park running. Disappointing, but I need to fund my life somehow. And then today, what was meant to be my long run turned into the shortest one I've done in a very long time, actually. Only 2.5, 2 and a bit kilometers. But I can feel as I'm walking, it's slowly feeling better, as long as I don't twist that way, which is funny because I've just moved camera hands and now I can feel it more.
but it's just the intensity of how much it hurt and how quick it came on. Like I say, it just started off as like, oh, I'm aware of my back, and then 200 meters, so what, maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes later, full-blown pain. So yeah, that was my week. It was a good week up until today. Disappointing result, a DNF if you will, but we all get those, we all have to work through those. You can't win all the time. Likewise, it can't rain all the time. But I've still got plenty of time to get myself in shape for this. And like I say, next week is my deload week, so my number of runs stay the same. I just lower the mileage so that my body gets a chance to rest and recuperate and take on the changes that I'm trying to get it to take. So yes, that was my week. I am ending it in a little bit of pain, as you can probably hear in my voice. Not good pain. So I'm going to go back to this hand. Oh, instant relief. Right, okay. I'm starting to learn what I can and can't do with this injury. And if you remember, I am doing all of this training for the Great North Run, for the half marathon, one of the biggest half marathons known to man. And I am doing it for charity. I'm doing it for the SSAFA, the Armed Forces Charity. Link in the description below. If you want to donate, thank you very much. If you can't donate, that's totally fine. I understand. That was my week. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you're fine. Hopefully you're not in pain. Hopefully you're enjoying your life. I will see you next week. Peace.